Hello, how you guys doing? God bless you guys. If you don't know who I am, my name is Gideon. I'm 21 years old, a full-time missionary. But you're watching this video because you want to know what it's like traveling. I've been to over 150 cities in America, almost every state. I've been to Rome, Mexico, and right now I'm in Japan. In about a week or so, we'll be going to South Korea. But you're watching this video because you want to know what it's like traveling. And also, these are some of the things that you need to know before traveling, especially if you want to do it for mission work. I think a lot of people, every time they think about traveling, the first thing that comes to mind is adventure. And yes, it is one of the most wonderful things to do here on this earth. Yes, travel and see the world, but I also think like this is overrated. Yes, I think traveling is overrated. The way the media and people have made it seem is not what it actually is. And I'm just here to tell you the simple truth. I'm not saying it's bad, it's wonderful. But at the same time, it's not the best thing in the world. We notice that no matter where you go, it's still the same problem that people are dealing with. The biggest problem is sin. One thing about the media is they make Africa seem like one of the poorest continents in the world, but really that's not the case. There are rich parts of Africa, and there are bad parts of Africa, just like anywhere else. Like there are good parts of America and bad parts of America. There are good parts of Asia and bad parts of Asia. So it's like media would really emphasize on certain things. So a lot of these places that you will even see online, you go in person, it's not how it is. But it's still good to, travel and really witness all of these things because there are actually good places, like wonderful places that you will enjoy. For example, here in Japan, it's wonderful. I recommend you if you want to come to Japan one day to come here. You just have to be careful because there's a lot of lustful stuff around here. And really make sure that your foundation is the word of God before you come. But also one advice that I would give you is really prepare your heart. Because as you go to these different places, one of the hardest things that I had to learn is really not being stuck in the past. Because let's say we go to Mexico, for example, for this amount of time, and we spend a lot of time there. And I got closer to the people there and to the city and different things like that. Because we're attached to something, to leave, it's like to me to detach from it. And you got to really have a strong heart to be able to first be a missionary and really travel to all of these different places, because you'll always be meeting new people, and sometimes these people are just temporary that you'll meet. And also learn to start saving. Just because you have money to do something doesn't mean you can go and do it. Just because you have money to go buy a car or a plane doesn't mean you should go and buy a car or a plane if you don't need it right now. I know I'm talking about a plane and a car and it's a lot more expensive, but I'm talking about also small things such as like food. Learn to not spend too much money on food. If you can cook at the house, then buy groceries and start cooking, because you don't want to go out and eat all day and go to a restaurant, because that's a lot more money that you're spending. I remember we went to Hawaii one time, me and two of my other brothers, and we went there. We only thought we were going to be there for 2 days, a couple days before we go to Japan. And at first we were going out to restaurant because we wanted to see and check out the food and eat it. We were eating out, and then we started looking at our bank account. And we noticed that a lot of stuff in Hawaii are expensive. Like the hotels there are not cheap at all. We found one, the cheapest that we can find was about $200 something, and that was the cheapest for one night. So you really have to know how to budget. So we started buying groceries and we started cooking in the hotel that we were staying in. God provided the finances, He provided housing for us, and He allowed us to really connect with wonderful people. And like we worked with the church there, and we were being a blessing to them, and they were a blessing to us. The last thing that I would share for now is really adapting to the culture. Because let's say, for example, you're going to Africa. You can't go there doing things like everything that you do like Americans. They're not really going to understand you. Japan, for example, I had to learn to adapt to some of the things here. Like last year, I heard that the Japanese people, a lot of them don't have facial hair. And so one thing that I did was cut off all my facial hair last year we were here, because like Apostle Paul to the Japanese, I had to become Japanese. So I cut off all my facial hair, and a lot of people were telling me that I looked like a baby or whatever. Really adapting to the culture But now I feel like I felt peace about growing out my beard, so I just kept my beard. I noticed that really didn't do much, but God seen my heart to be able to at least do what I can to not limit the gospel. But it's not too deep about the beard. But the places that you go to, really do some research before you go there. I was doing a lot of researches before coming here to Japan. And actually in Japan, let's say you take a chopstick and just something so simple like this, one of the biggest things, let's say you're eating and you have a bowl of rice and you take a chopstick and you stick it in the middle. That means death, but I didn't know stuff like that. But a friend of mine from America actually told me that before I came here. Imagine you coming here and you didn't know that meant death, and it was like something that they did in I think ceremonies, funerals and stuff like that. Imagine if I didn't know any of that and I'm at a restaurant and I just do that, and now I have everybody looking at me, staring at me, thinking I'm trying to threaten them or something like that. And that's why it's important to really do research before you go somewhere. I know back in the days, God told Abraham to leave everything behind and just go. But Abraham at the time, it wasn't technology like how it is now. So now that we have these things, let's take advantage and really make sure that we're moving in wisdom before we really make any decision, especially a crucial decision. Don't just wake up tomorrow and say, okay, I'm about to go to India without knowing anything about the country or rules there. God can do anything, but also make sure to take advantage of the technology here. In Jesus' name. If you enjoyed this video, I want you to like, comment, and subscribe. In about a week or so, me and my team will be going to South Korea. We'll actually be going to Seoul, do a lot of missionary work, and just pretty much a blessing, and also explore. So if you want to keep up, I'm going to be vlogging. I want you to subscribe and turn on the bell notification. But God bless you. I love you, but God loves you more.